Uh-oh.
Hmm. Stare into the abyss.
Hmm.
He's going to need a maritime lawyer because he's floating away.
Down Grand?
Something. Hey, everybody, it's Chris Denman. It's We Are Live. Hi, how are you? Glad to be here. It's a Friday. It's been raining for 740 hours here in St. Louis. But it's great because Grand Center houses Midcoast Media, where we have Midcoast Studio. Midcoast Media is our company. Good times ahead throughout the day today. I believe we're going to talk to Ian Fidance. He's in town with Dave Attell at Helium Comedy Club. Travis will be in shortly. We'll get into quite a bit of fun throughout the show today. Be sure to hit share, you bastards. Let's say hello to the manipulator, Mr. Gardner. Hello, Chris.
Manipulator?
Yeah, like you're the man pulling the puppet strings.
Oh,
Mhm.
I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah, that's right up your alley.
I enjoy that description.
Mm-hmm. We'll get you a shirt that says that.
Okay.
And it's just you
The manipulator.
smoking a cigarette, kind of pushing your pieces around like, you know, the maniacal general with pushing towards on the map.
Like
you
Risk?
do that. Yeah,
Or
very,
like,
very much like
what
Risk.
was that old movie clip with Hitler? Remember they were doing like videos with that?
Oh, right, yeah.
I can't remember what movie that was.
Yeah, but they're in the war room.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Not the NFL
I remember
draft war room.
it was really good though. One year, whenever that came out, was that over 10 years ago now, probably?
Yeah, because it was around the Frank Haith hiring.
Okay.
At Mizzou, I think, because they were like this, they used it to be like, this is the guy replacing Mike Anderson.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Someone in our fantasy football league, I was still playing fantasy football then, made one for our entire league.
Holy
with the people involved in our league and everything, and it was pretty funny.
I bet.
Like, esoteric, obviously, but everyone got a very good laugh out of it because it was all about us.
That's funny.
Humans enjoy. Good morning, gentleman.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
See that?
I left
See
that
in
in 2019, but I'll congratulate you on
You
yours.
left that in the last decade?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, walnuts.
You're
How
so
you
proud
doing?
when you say it.
I feel good.
Do you wish
I
we
got a
were
little
in
twinge in
sport?
my
Do you
back.
wish we were in St. Louis Sports Talk Radio this morning?
No.
There's a big kerfluffle online yesterday. The Cardinals making a move, but it was we don't even have to break it down. We can talk about it some, but the fun part was I was running the comedy shows as we do every Thursday.
Yeah.
So I was just peeking in on Twitter here and there, and for how many hours? Did you say 6 hours? People were aware the Cardinals were making a trade, had made a trade, but didn't know the names.
Yeah.
And in today's day and age, like that doesn't happen.
Right.
Somebody's got somebody in the room that'll give them the juice. That didn't happen. So everybody was freaking out. It was pretty funny. Everybody was speculating.
They thought it was going to lead to another move as well.
Still probably will.
And it could.
Yeah.
Which I won't put it out of the question.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just wait for that to happen. I don't need to get excited about anything.
Correct.
But the Cardinals, what do they give up? Jose Martinez.
Yeah, which is great for him. It's like, oh, I loved him as a Cardinal, but you're like, man, he can't play the outfield.
Yeah,
or
he's
play
an
defense.
awesome person.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people made that known on the social media.
Seemed like it. Yeah.
He's very cool, and his story's interesting. Randy Arozarena. He's a good clubhouse guy. By a good clubhouse guy, I mean he's a good camera guy in the clubhouse because he made that infamous video of Mike Schilt
Captured it.
after the Cardinals won the NLDS, I guess it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave up one of those competitive balance picks that they get, that the Cubs fans hate that the Cardinals get. And then they get, I don't even know how to say the kid's name. I don't know if it's Matthew Liberatore.
Yeah.
Liberatore?
I kept Liberty. We'll just say Liberty.
But apparently
Matt Liberty.
Good friends with Nolan Gorman, one of the other Cardinals' top prospects.
Well, that'll be fun for them to say they played for the same organization, technically, whenever he gets dumped in another trade.
Well, maybe they both go. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good point there.
Yeah, still could be.
You lose Jose Martinez, you lose Rosarina. I mean, Rosarina, listen, if fans controlled it, who was the outfielder they sent to the Marlins that was so fast? He was so fast. He's a center fielder who can't throw it or
I can't remember anymore.
You know who is it Ruben something? I don't know.
I forget.
Right.
There was one that went to the White Sox. There was one that went to the Indians.
Yeah. You got to let go of people. And Rosarina could be better than what they have still, but maybe that's what it took to get the deal done.
Yeah.
And on paper, the pitcher that came is very highly regarded, which means he could be flipped.
Yeah. Top 50 MLB prospect, top 3 within the Rays organization, left-hander, which even if the Cardinals don't flip him, it was something they were seeking.
20 years old.
Yeah. So it's I saw J.J. Bailey of KMOV tweet out that it's one of the moves that when you hear Mo talk would describe as opportunistic. And that makes a lot of sense, and that's a good description, I think, here. Oh, boy. Oh, you son of a bitch. What do you got there?
An official drink from our sponsors.
Oh, from Schlafly?
Do
You went camera 3?
I just get an ad out of the way.
You're out of breath here like Trump.
Had to run up the steps.
You're breathing like Trump giving a speech.
Schlafly, one of our amazing sponsors of last night's comedy set, here at Sophie's. Happiest hour, every Thursday, 6 o'clock. See?
I can't see
Not
you
bad,
today.
right?
It's a lot of black on the screen.
Am I blending it? Am I just like a floating head?
Yeah, we're on no light duty today, so.
Oh, what happened to the lights?
Oh, they get used for comedy, and then occasionally on a Friday we go no lights.
Oh, I kind of like this. I kind of like it. It's very intimate.
Yeah. It's been No Light Friday for a couple weeks.
I like that.
Kind of our new trend.
Okay. Why can't you just guys call it Black Fridays?
Because that's already taken.
We're gonna get.
And that's when your community gets together the day after Thanksgiving to watch the movie Friday.
We're gonna get a technical
Accurate.
excellence award at next year's Wally's
That'd be cool.
for this.
That'd be nice. Next year's
Are we going to
Wallet.
do that all the time now? Just keep talking about the Wallies, but they never happen?
Never. We're never going to have that.
Such a
happen.
unique and fun idea.
See, here's the thing, Travis. You have an opportunity to make it happen because we're at the beginning of the year. If you organize it, if you were to sit down, all you had to do is catch my ear a little bit. Or what do you like to say, bite my ear?
I like to bite it off.
It's supposed to be bend, but
yeah.
you like to say bite your ear. Hey, can I bite your ear?
Yeah, I'll figure that's more.
You can come up with a plan because we've been, collecting clips and such along the way.
Yeah.
So it's just, just a thought.
Okay, just maybe throwing it out there. Maybe we have a Wally's this year. Fingers crossed.
We'll
you
see.
got Blackuary to plan first.
Oh man.
It's
Oh man.
a couple weeks away.
And I had an idea, actually. I told Chris right before the show started. Because you said yesterday, since February is a short month, that you needed 15 more minutes per show, right?
Yes.
So I know how you think. And you're thinking we extend the show by 15 minutes on the back end.
Yes.
However, I'm proposing that we extend the show, like you said, but that 15 minutes comes on the front end.
You want me to
7:45
start
And we
at
start at
7:45?
7:45.
Start
That does
I love it. I love it. It's a great tribute to a wonderful people.
You didn't think that through, did you? You didn't clarify. It hit me right before the show started. I even told Chris.
And if he's late past 7:45, we actually subtract money from the United Negro College Fund.
Uh-huh.
Wait, hey, hold on now. Not that
Yeah.
much money in there to begin
And
with.
it
You
comes
can't.
away from the reparations fund.
Oh,
too.
wait, hold on. There's a fund for that?
Well, you've been collecting. No tipping.
No. That's not a bad idea.
So, yeah, we'll start 15 minutes
I'll
earlier.
think about it. We still got to put a vote. We still got to vote. We have to
Oh.
present our arguments and leave it to our fellow representatives.
Who are they?
I guess it'll be you and Gardner. Oh,
It'll
boy.
be a tough one for you.
We were talking about the Cardinals trade yesterday.
Big money, Mo.
Yeah, he has a message for you, actually.
Does he now?
Yeah, just so you know.
Having said that,
Suck it, Travis. Having said that.
how you feeling about it? Feeling good?
I think it was fun to watch Twitter freak out because there was a 6-hour
That
delay
was fun.
between an announcement of some sort of trade and names being attached.
That's
People
true.
were Freaking out. Thank you, John. I think that it's certainly possible they could hold on to the young man they brought in or others.
Lebator.
Whatever it
Is
is.
that how you say his name?
I heard it. I've heard people say Liberatore, and I've heard people say Lipitor.
Yeah,
I
I
think it's
wasn't
Lipitor.
sure.
I think it's that.
Let's
Like
go with
the
that.
cholesterol eliminator.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Lipitor.
No, ultimately, I think he either gave them someone to trade, or he's going to take the place of someone that they're going to trade. It feels like it's definitely a move to satisfy another move.
She sounded so innocent the way you said that.
What?
Like the cholesterol eliminator?
Oh, yeah.
I am.
think
I don't
there's-
believe this guy is going to be on the Cardinals roster opening day.
But see here, that's the difference. Well, he wouldn't.
No.
He'd be in the.
Well, that's
minor-
my
he'd be in the
thing is
minors
because
anyway.
this kid won't be on the Cardinals roster opening day. It's all but a guarantee. I feel as if the Cardinals are ultimately going to flip him.
But if they don't flip him, I think they could flip his equal counter. You know what I mean? Like if they have to lose Ryan Helsley, or another
So you
big time
trade a big bat in Jose, a very strong prospect in Randy Ozarena, and then
And a pick.
and then you're saying the Cardinals are going to eventually relieve or trade for Ryan Helsley and bring someone back in return for him, and now
I'm just
Lipitor
saying-
fills that void.
I'm saying-
Extrapolating that is up to you.
Thank you. I'm saying yes. There could. I think a trade or a move is imminent, and he's either the piece that the team wanted, or the team wants one of the Cardinals prospects, and the Cardinals will hold on to. They're essentially saying like, well, now Colorado, for example, wants who's one of their stud pitchers. I don't know. Come up with one. I
the
already said
Cardinals?
Helsley. Yeah.
Oh, Dakota Hudson.
Dakota Hudson. Colorado wants Dakota Hudson and whatever else for the trade that happens. Well, then you got Laboratory or whatever his name is, kind of
I'm
backfill.
not gonna get that right all morning.
It's going to be a minute. Because we're still not sure if he's going to remain a Cardinal, so we won't have to necessarily
Yeah,
get it
we'll
right
just wait
until we
and
know
see.
for sure.
Let's wait and see.
I mean, I don't know. It's all speculation.
That's how you go.
obviously,
That's how
but-
you go.
Yeah, well, basically.
Is he gonna be here? Then I don't care.
I don't, because I don't think he will be here, and I think he is going to be part of a trade package for later down the line. I mean, you don't trade for a guy. Again, the Cardinals need a bat. They need reliable outfielders, and they just traded 2 away. So I think they're going to
Yeah,
have
but
to.
they weren't gonna play all them, so they were a clearing room, which is something they seem to do every offseason.
True. I mean, maybe this increases the chances of Marcelo Zuna returning. I don't know on what
That's
deal.
another part of it.
But and that's certainly now as we get later into the offseason.
It could be one of those, and I don't know if we're there yet. One of those pillow deals, as they call them.
I think as we get later into the offseason, yeah, that Ozuna could definitely come back to the Cardinals, and I wouldn't necessarily mind that depending on how many years. But I don't know. Something about this move, while I'm excited, the kid, just looking at his number and his potential, it's something that you would love to maybe in a year have positioned right next to a guy like Flaherty and Hudson. You would imagine that he could really make that rotation formidable. But I feel as if Mo, just based on, I don't know, something about this Cardinal offseason. They're doing things differently as far as they're very under the radar.
I think that's an odd statement, first off, and maybe not even accurate.
Mo's been quiet. And not to say that Mo's a guy
Who
that
did
likes
he
to
say
go
that
out.
to?
I can't remember.
Sorry, I love I love making it personal.
I'm trying to remember. Because I remember where I was when that one happened. That was in the interview room, and we were just standing
It wasn't
around.
Jeff, was it?
No. I can't remember who it was.
Oh well.
It was a good one, though. I smiled.
I took a peek on Twitter yesterday simply because there was so much commotion.
Oh,
Oh, Cardinal making a big trade, and everybody and their mother in the city of St. Louis
I was
is
going to
kicking and
ask you
screaming about
because
what's going on.
you texted us a link to
Yeah.
a tweet, and I'm like, wait. How did you get access to this?
If it helps, I did not download the app. I went through the web browser.
Okay.
But I just wanted to get a general update, a constant update as to what was going on, potentially, because I saw the Cardinals were trying to make a deal with the Rays, and I was very curious as to what the Rays had that would make the Cardinals want to do another trade with them, and that's the only reason why I jumped back on there. But it was fun to watch. I'm with Chris. It was fun to watch people just speculate on who would go back and who would stay, and
How long were you on there?
I think I did it for an hour and a half.
How'd it feel?
There were things that I saw why I love Twitter, and then there are things I saw why I cannot do that every hour of every day from here forth. And look, Twitter is funny. I think the clip I sent you, That one had me just rolling on the floor.
I got
That
another
like
one,
that,
too.
my ribs hurt so badly looking at that. And then you just go down to the regular commentary. It's the same conversations that I had about 3.5 months ago.
Uh-huh.
It was the people talking about the same thing. So it wasn't as if I at least I didn't feel
What
like
were
I
they
was
talking
missing
about?
something. Man, just some whatever the bullshit of the moment was for 20 minutes that was on the internet. Everybody's bouncing back and forth from Cardinal trades to Meghan Markle to Kendrick Perkins and Russell Westbrook. It's the same conversations that everyone's having. But there were some funny moments. But as far as just wrap up, I guess you can put a bow on the Cardinal trade talk, is that if I don't know, Cardinals are. I'm glad they're not sitting on their hands. So as a fan, I'm excited that Mo clearly sees an opportunity to upgrade this team, and he also sees an opportunity to piggyback on the success at the end of last year. And I'm glad he recognizes that. I'm glad he's. It's very clear that the Cardinals are not in love with the big time contracts, and that's fair. Those contracts can be very, very
I don't
deadly
know
to
if
an
that's
organization.
fair.
It can be very deadly to an organization for a long time, and I think Mo definitely
that
knows that. But
I don't know if that's fair.
Yeah, that's the one I was.
He would point to Matt Carpenter and Paul Goldschmidt and be like,
Yeah.
well, or Yachty.
I mean, well,
I know what you mean when you say that.
I think when he says, I think Matt Carpenter more so than anything else, I know he's looking at Matt like, you can't be worse than last year, right? So I can get that feeling. Now, as far as guys like Yachty and even Wainwright, I think we all are under the understanding that you get what you get at this point in their careers. And Yachty and Wainwright have given us, all things considered, some pretty solid games here at the tail end of their careers. But I don't think you can bank on that for your success going into 2020. So I'm glad Mo understands he has a glut of outfielders and pitching in his farm system, and teams need outfielders and pitching. And the Cardinals are moving from a position of leverage. So credit to Mo for taking advantage of that. And, hey, like I said, if he can flip this somehow to Arenado, my brother wouldn't even mind Mookie Betts, though I know that's a long shot. I have no problem with
why
that.
Mookie Betts?
I'm not, well, he's only probably the top 3 best players in the game.
Are you
And
including
Major League
pitchers in
Baseball MVP. And a guy that would be the biggest bat in this lineup if you put him in today.
Well, that's pretty easy to
Yeah,
do, though.
that's also true. But I'm saying Mookie Betts, North City coming out for that bad boy.
Okay.
Yeah, we coming out for that.
Grand and natural. pick?
Mookie? A Mookie playing outfield? Oh, you ain't saying nothing but a word, Jack.
Would you get Betts on your jersey or Mookie?
Mookie Betts, the whole name.
Oh, you get the
I
whole
want the
name.
whole name on the jersey. Mookie Betts.
I wonder what his real name.
Mukalaya.
Lil Mookie.
I knew you were going to say Lil. He couldn't help himself. That's,
Marcus Lynn Betts. Now Marcus is spelled Markus.
Oh, I like him even more.
Nashville, Tennessee.
I like him even more.
You know,
like
you
that.
lose Chris Davis, you gain Mookie Betts.
That's a good point.
Thank you. Nashville
Would-
taketh it, giveth
Would
away.
St. Louis take that?
Yes.
That's Chris Davis. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'll email him. I want to get him in one more time before he leaves anyway.
That'd be
Yeah.
great. No, but let's get look. Hot stove, always fun. Cardinals basically were the headline all day in Major League Baseball, and that's always cool.
Yeah.
And hey,
Give me
it's fun.
something.
It's something, and I get. And this is not to look. Jose Martinez was a gem. He was a delightful human being, a person who has his story of how he made it to the big leagues, what he means to his family and friends back in Venezuela. You can't discount that. So salute to him. Thank you for all that he did for this organization, especially when this team couldn't find a bat to save their life. He came up with some huge at-bats for this ball club over the last couple of seasons. So he will be missed. It isn't, I don't want to just seem like, oh, it's just part of the business. Though he was a good player for the Cardinals, and he came up with some huge at-bats when they didn't have much.
I remember when you first seeing him when you're wondering, what's this guy going to be? And it was when
Yeah.
he was facing Aroldis Chapman, and the
Mhm.
Cardinals weren't even touching Chapman,
Mm-hmm.
and he had those good at bats against them, and it was that one in particular, and it's just like, oh, he's close. Like, no one else has even got close. Like,
Right.
like, why is he getting close? And you're like, oh, okay, let's see what this guy's got. I
gotta-
still remember that.
And that's a
I
great play
hope he
for.
hits 40 home runs this year.
Well, he's going to play with the Rays. He's going to be in the DH. I don't know if he'll hit 40, but I think he'll have a good season for that Rays team.
Yeah.
And that Rays team, to be, if we're again, we're talking about a team that really took it to the Astros, put them on the brink at one point. That's a talented team down there. You get a big bat and Jose Martinez, a guy that can be DH. You don't have to worry about his outfield anymore. So I think he will do very well. And I think Randy as well. I think Randy will do well ultimately with the Rays. He'll definitely have more playing time and an opportunity to do well. So good for those guys.
Probably go right in as their fourth outfielder, to be honest. Rosarina.
Now, am I pointing out that the Cardinals are having all these white concerts coming in 2020? Then they trade 2 minority baseball players for a white kid from Florida. I'm it's weird, but okay, whatever. It's cool. I mean, not too many brothers play for the Redbirds, but y'all trade the brown ones away. But it's business, right, Tommy Pham? Just trade them.
What are you trying to say?
That's a weird theme I'm picking
Signed
up
an
here.
Asian pitcher.
Good counter.
What's up now?
It's true. But no, it should. I think the Cardinals aren't done.
He was playing for Florida. He's not from Florida.
That's true.
He's from Arizona.
Of course he is. That's all young, talented pitchers are from the OC or Arizona. They're from Scottsdale or Orange County. That's where all the quality baseball players go.
Success.
What South Florida is in creating NFL players. The gated communities of Southern California and Arizona create Major League Baseball
They got good
players.
golf, too.
They have great golf. Yeah. Look, there are so many baseball facilities in Arizona. It's stupid. And they're massive. And they're like in the middle of the city, too. Credit to them. It's like you drive down the highway, and there's a sea of baseball diamonds.
What's Scottsdale like? I've never been
It
there.
is beautiful. It is what you think it is. It is the cleanest.
Would I fit well in Scottsdale?
I mean,
You would have to tan,
maybe
lose
you're
35
more
pounds.
You're more
and,
Mesa
and you're going to have to start shopping at Target.
or Tempe.
Tempe?
Yeah, so Scottsdale is like their very nice suburb.
Okay. Never mind.
Scottsdale. No,
I don't
but
want
you'll
that.
like Scottsdale. There are things to
No,
do.
I'll visit.
But put it this way. It's those are neighborhoods your dream team would live in.
Where's an observatory?
Hawaii?
Is there something in Flagstaff?
An
Or
observatory?
outside
I would
Flagstaff?
imagine somewhere in Arizona.
Maybe I'm a Flagstaff guy.
Arizona's a state that, a brother wouldn't mind retiring there.
I haven't.
You strike me as more of a New Mexico man. Let's get you out of
Sean
Arizona.
and I
true.
could go to New Mexico.
Can Sean go back to New
Sean
Mexico?
had an issue there with
Tucson.
meth.
Yeah.
Tucson.
Angel Dust, I believe. too.
Yes, Angel does. That was the reason why I pushed him. I feel like Sean literally had a conversation and someone says, if I ever see you in this state again, I'll kill you.
No,
I
we-
feel like he got that conversation.
We'd go to Albuquerque. We would go back to Albuquerque.
Kit
He
Peak-
would go back to Albuquerque?
We would. I mean, his wife would have to come with us. We could all 3 live together.
Oh, go. That's a sitcom. We're going to have the film.
Kit Peak National Observatory in Tucson, Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff,
Okay, Lowell's one of.
Mount Graham International Observatory in Safford.
The beauty about Arizona is that you can truly travel 3.5 hours north and you get beautiful mountains, cool weather. You can stay south in Tempe, Scottsdale area and enjoy the party scene and the sun.
What where's Durango? Is that southern Colorado?
I think
happening?
so.
Okay. So that might be on a border. Yeah. I don't know. Let's take a road trip out there.
I'm about to say, can we just do We Are Live in 50 states?
You can. Just take your cell phone with you and record an episode.
Hey, man, what's good? Travis,
I am
We're
live.
lost.
where are you? You guys been traveling for 3 weeks. I'm in Scottsdale.
We've been lost in the desert for 2 minutes. I don't think we're gonna make it.
Travesty Highways right to your right. Never mind.
Gardner's trying to get water out of a cactus, but he accidentally ate the needles.
Oh, no.
I
That's
fell
a
into a
problem.
cactus when I was a child.
Oh, those suck.
Did you really?
Growing first.
Oh.
You know, oh,
My
God.
grandfather had to pull cactus needles out of my groin.
Why did you pull
Okay.
a Sean and not start farting out of your penis?
Oh, I don't know.
Fair question.
I used to play this game called Zombie by myself,
Jesus, help us.
where I would be a zombie and I'd close my eyes
Why
and
would you
wander
close your
around.
eyes and wander? That doesn't.
Because then I would try to find people in the house, and I don't know why I closed my eyes, but I tripped and fell into a cactus.
How you were outside?
No, I was inside because my
Oh,
grandparents
okay.
had some cacti.
Of course they
inside.
did.
And man, whew,
They have shooting cactuses.
I still remember that. That pain is one as a child. You remember? I think because it's like a weird injury or whatever you want to way to get hurt too. What'd you do? I fell groin first into a cactus.
I used to be a Scottsdalian, and there were many cases while I was living out there that of kids getting hit with the needles from cacti because they would shoot. Sometimes if you get within a vicinity of some of those cactus, the defense mechanism, they shoot out.
What?
Yeah. because some of the birds will come along and
hit you in
try
the
to. Yeah, and apparently that's a thing that happens so much. Those are common injuries for children because children are outside playing naturally, and sometimes they'll get close to the plants and to the cactus, and boom, they'll shoot, and they'll have to often go to the. I don't know if it does.
Yeah.
that
What's
sound.
your sound for it? And yours, Chris? Okay. Yeah, his sounds more like the spitball in the straw, and that's kind of how I picture it.
It's cacti. They don't play. Beautiful though.
What about
beautiful state?
What about a?
That'll work. Oh,
That'd be good. Sound a little more hearty.
Because it whistles by you a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, we figured that all out. You mentioned something though.
Okay.
You mentioned a video.
I did.
There's a couple videos I'd like to get.
Let's get to them. That's Friday. Cheers.
Mm.
Well, I
Do
don't.
we need to ask?
Are we gonna have an intervention today?
I'll be honest. I didn't go to bed till 2 a.m. because I had a stomach ache, and I feel like this will
Again?
settle my stomach.
The beer will settle.
Here's what
your
happened. I'll explain.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you sure you
There
wanna
was some
explain?
muscatoli
Okay.
in the fridge last night,
Is
and
it
I didn't
muscatoli
feel like
issue?
going out to the grocery store because it had started raining, and I
Yeah.
was just like, I'm not getting back out in this mess. I could not recall how long that muscatoli was in there. Nevertheless, it was properly covered, and it did not have a smell. So naturally, I warmed it up and had it for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
That probably was not the smartest idea.
So that's 2 days in a row.
2 days
That
of
is.
tum-tum issues.
Yeah. I don't.
How's your tummy?
And a beer to
hurts.
cure
A
it.
beer to cure it, man. That's what
I
I'm
didn't
here
know
for.
beer did that.
Mhm.
No, way to just drink a beer on the show in front of a
You want some?
recovering alcoholic.
You want some, huh?
I don't actually.
It's delicious, Gardner.
Look,
Okay, I'm sorry.
if I'm gonna go off the wagon, it's gonna
Something
be
good.
hard.
Nah, that's true.
Let's not just discuss that.
Well, I've discussed it. I pitched the purge idea to people the other day again at the bar, and they're like, "No."
Yeah.
You know,
no
look, it's
purge.
pretty simple. I get to drink 1 day a year. Whatever I say, whatever I do, cannot be held against me, and that includes law enforcement.
That's not.
Oh, wait, hold on. Time out. Wait a
like,
second.
I get the run like carte blanche. Literally, I get carte blanche
They're not going to agree to that.
for 1 day.
I don't think the law.
And I wanted to do it on the day that my sobriety birthday.
Okay.
So like June 24th.
That's a pretty interesting way to
Every
go about
year. The purge.
What are you purging if you get like full-on purge rules? I've never seen the movies, but I think I understand the
Oh, well,
concept.
that's
Wait,
just-
you've never seen. Okay, let's get to the videos.
Okay.
Never seen
Oh,
The
yeah.
That's
Purge?
just
See the video.
really the
No.
purge is you gotta hide and not get murdered.
Should I watch it and then write like 50 articles about one actor that's been in it?
Oh, I know what you're doing there. Yeah.
I'm asking. If it's that good to
I just
inspire
figured
that
you-
many articles.
I just figured like the premise itself was interesting enough for people to at least check out the film. The film's been out almost 7-8 years. Like
There's
it's,
like
it's a TV show now.
Three or
It's like-
four of them or something.
Yeah, it's 4 of them. It's like 4 purges, and it's a series now. And I think the series is in its 2nd season.
There's like torture porn though, right?
No,
Like,
no, it's not that at all. You have to see it to know what it is. It's not torture porn at
is it
all.
just a bunch of violence?
It's
some
a
violence.
Hollywood movie, and
Look at
yeah,
look at
it's
you
violent.
Defending your Hollywood
Look at-
liberals?
Yeah, look at you standing for.
I'm not standing. I'm
look
just
at
saying,
this.
who hasn't seen The Purge?
We're using
Me?
standing now on this show. I didn't know that we've done that
I'm
before.
glad we're growing. We're very progressive.
All right, you're a basketball fan,
I am.
Travis.
I do. I like it, the jump shots. I like it,
Fancy
the
Foyer
layups. I
says
like the
that's-
free throws.
That's not the purge. That's the binge.
Oh, the bench.
That's the bench.
Ooh, we could do that. I got a follow up to something yesterday too, involving South City Tone.
Okay. I'm sure that's going to be good.
So you're a fan of basketball,
I
Travis?
like the hoops.
You like basketball announcers?
I love them as well.
Do you like funny moments in
Oh,
broadcasting
do I ever.
that are awkward as well?
Oh, yes.
Now I don't even know where this is from. Is this a high school
This
game?
is, I believe, a high school game, and I had to go down the thread because I was like, oh, God, I hope I'm not laughing for all the wrong reasons. But I discovered I was okay, and you'll soon understand once you see the video.
Okay, this is from a high school game.
Well, and then there's one
Maybe
more.
that-
There's
yes,
one more
yes.
gone but not forgotten, and that's our sweet Daisy or our sweet Lucy. At the age of 12, she was run over
Oh, yes.
in our driveway.
Oh, like that?
And then Gardner actually clipped it off to the end. He asked one more time, did she get run over like that?
Like that?
And so boy,
Why
did
are you talking about a dog getting run over?
I don't know.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
a lot going on here. Okay,
There's
one
so
more
much
time.
going on there,
One more
yes.
time. Let's get this all. Okay, we shocked Chris number one. Let's give him second here to digest.
There's another thing also in this video that I want to point out as well, that I think there was an article recently about this, and I'm curious to know a little bit more, and I'll explain. Show it one more time, Gardner.
Well, and then there's one
Maybe
more.
that-
There's
yes,
one more
yes.
gone but not forgotten, and that's our sweet Lucy. At the age of 12, she was run over
Oh, yes.
in our driveway.
Oh, like that?
Like that? Run over like that?
That is so unnecessary. Also,
You know I'm going to be going around for the rest of the weekend now.
Like that?
Like that?
also, what is the rule that allows high schools to completely rip off professional teams' logos?
Yeah, I've always seen that. Yeah.
I want to say there's a reason behind why high schools are able to get away with it, but
Yeah.
you ripped off the entire New England Patriots logo and put it at your center, that's what?
Yeah.
I think you could do that.
I saw that and I was like, why would you do that?
I feel like you're not
You don't
entitled to do that, but I guess you can.
No graphic designers? there?
Look,
Like,
who knows? That's interesting. But that's funny because for a hot second, at first I was like, I had context clues, thank God. At first I was like, I hope to God he's not talking about Lucy, his daughter or niece
Yeah.
or cousin. I was like, but then I immediately realized, okay, even in the world of
He's still
wild
got the,
videos, an announcer wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
If someone's like, yeah, we lost our daughter Lucy 12 years at the age of 12. Did you? Did she go out like that? And so it took me a second. I was like, oh, Lucy must be a dog.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But he even got the dog, like he stumbled on the dog's name.
Like Daisy, Lucy.
did you
whose
really
name your
care about Lucy that much if you're about to call her Daisy?
Also, why are we sharing that dumbass story in the middle of a high school game anyway?
Yeah, I would like to see what they were discussing before that.
I want to hear his response after he said, like that?
What's that?
Dunked on like that?
Yeah. So I'm going to hear this one more time.
Well, and then there's one
Maybe
more.
that-
There's
yes,
one more
yes.
gone but not forgotten, and that's our sweet Lucy. At the age of 12, she was run over
Oh, yes.
in our driveway.
Oh, like that?
Like,
they were discussing that he had dogs, and they were running through his dogs, and he decided he'd give an in memoriam of the recently passed Lucy.
the days of Lucy. The days of Lucy. And then, like, I want to know I would like to see video of the announcers at that moment. Like, I want to know if that guy, looked at him when he said that. Like that? Like, looked right at the other announcer? Or is he still focused on the game? Did he smirk when he said it?
Yeah, that's really yeah. The whole thing's
is
upsetting.
Because,
But I tell you
I've
what-
been around high school broadcasts and had my own issues with college broadcasting.
God, do I have an issue
Well,
with
I
a lot
mean,
of broadcasting.
I've told it before, where I got called into my advisor's office at Lindenwood because I was calling dunks rim jobs.
Gardner.
And I recently saw that gentleman again for the first time in years.
Did he chastise you?
That he just, for the first time he
Just
saw
shake his
me, he
head.
goes, Chris Gardner, how the fuck are you?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Love you too, Glenn Cerny.
I'm trying to think. The one thing I remember, our friend was commentating, which it's on YouTube. One of the craziest moments in a
Jesus. Are you drunk?
craziest moments in any sporting event ever. Long story short, our friend was announcing on the local TV station and said,
Yeah.
"If your heart's not pumping, then you're not alive." No shit.
We were doing. There's another guy who was broadcasting a game with. This is at Lindenwood. We had fun at Lindenwood just because we were a bunch of fucking idiots.
Well, yeah.
He was like, "Oh, that was from college range," and we were doing a high school game, but the 3-point line was the same for college and high school.
Yeah, it's the same.
And I explained. And then there was another time where a guy was broadcasting with. He was a big hockey fan, and it was the second half of the basketball game. He just got thrown in with me, and time's winding down in the second half, and it's like a 4 or 6 point lead or something. I'm like, Brad, there's only so much time left, for so and so to come back here. And he's like, yeah, but they always have the third period to look forward to, Chris. And I go, well, yeah, if we get to overtime, So I was trying to find a way to save, but that
Yeah.
those are the fun moments I remember. I also remember another guy getting hit in the head with a football as he was carrying the broadcasting equipment because they were kicking field goals before the guy was broadcasting just got nailed and dropped the equipment.
If you're the boom goes the dynamite kid, is that the
Mm-hmm.
worst or best thing that ever happened to you?
Oh,
Best thing.
Because
That's the best thing.
he got a job after that.
You got a job,
he
you got
did?
exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he was doing more like news stuff, I think, like in Texas or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Like
But
that.
no, that one. No, yeah.
One of my favorites in recent memory was Kevin Harlan, who I adore.
Who doesn't love Kevin Hart? He's one of the best in the business.
But he had
period.
one where it was NCAA tournament. I think it was Syracuse, and they made like a comeback, and it was Easter Sunday, and he said something like "Back from the dead on Easter Sunday."
Oh, wow.
And everyone was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh yes." Oh, thank you, Kevin.
But those guys are doing something that you see a lot of currently. You even see it in professional broadcasts. It's a lot of bullshit and nonsense that go on in between the action. I really would like broadcasters to cut down on
Oh
that.
my God, calm down, Dorothy.
Oh
Wright.
no! It's
Go write a
I don't-
fucking sound off
It's
column.
so. Who gives a shit about your dead dog and your dumbass neighbors? Shut the fuck up and call the game.
Now,
You see that a lot, even in pro. Like I see it with Chris Webber and Reggie Miller in NBA broadcasts, where they're talking about, well, they're just going on about NBA conversations, and I'm like, there's fucking action in front of you. Call it, color guy. Color guy, as in color
I was
commentator.
gonna say we can't say that.
Even though I can say it, they can't. But yeah, it's a weird thing that's going
You
on
are
in
an old
broadcast.
black man
no,
now.
I'm getting close to it.
Yeah.
You are right in that regard. But I am. Shut the fuck up. No, look, call the game. It was a sweet ass dunk, and it damn near got ruined because your shitty ass wanted to talk about your dead ass dog. Shut up.
Actually, the part that was good is the kid made a good steal.
That was a
the
good steal, and
defense.
it was a dope ass
'Cause he
dunk.
Came around the guy for a minute. Let's watch it again.
Okay,
Listen
why
again.
not?
Oh, and then there's one
Maybe
more.
that-
There's
yes,
one more
yes.
gone but not forgotten, and that's our sweet Daisy or our
She
sweet
was forgotten
Lucy.
because you called her Daisy.
At the
Boom.
age of 12, she was run
Jumped the
over
pass.
yes.
in our
It's
driveway.
showtime.
Oh! Like
Like that?
Yeah. Oh, good call. Hey, let's do this. Actually.
Want to do our own commentator?
Yeah, I'm gonna let.
All right,
you,
Chris,
I'm
you
gonna
go ahead
let-
and commentate.
I'm gonna take the audio off.
Oh, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll be.
You just be. You're
Okay.
by yourself.
Okay.
You ready? Here we go.
Yeah, my mother, Susie, she fell down the steps the other day, almost broke her hip. I don't know if she's going to be able to make it. Oh, there's Jackson for the steal. And Wamalama Ding Dong, like my mom fell down the steps, slams it home.
Compound fracture of a dunk, Steve.
Okay. Yeah. Don't go into the
Don't
play-by-play.
do- okay.
business.
No.
Fair enough.
That's not for you.
No, that's fair.
You know what you would be good at? You'd be more good being like a Chris Webber, Reggie Miller type in a broadcast.
Just say
Yeah.
random shit. Like,
You're the
Just
guys
throw
you
you in
hate.
there.
yeah, thank
You're
you.
self-loathing,
hate.
aren't you?
No, I'm not at all. Now, what's that other?
You won't even look at me.
I don't want. I want to hear Reggie Miller. So my wife was cooking dinner the other day. Fucking LeBron James and Joel Embiid are playing. Shut up. I don't give a shit about your wife's cooking.
Is it good?
I'm sure he said it was.
Okay. I didn't know if he said.
Look, everybody, look, baseball's a sport where you can do that because
it is.
there's
You're
nothing
right
going
about
on.
that.
I mean,
There's different kinds.
basketball, hockey, those things are too freaking fast for me to
Even
hear an
football.
update about your children's soccer practice. Nobody gives a shit. Get back to the action.
Yeah, baseball's more conversational. You're
Yeah.
right. There's different. I've never announced a hockey game.
I know Daisy. Freaking high school kids getting paid shit to play basketball, about to blow out the ACL. Talk about them. You dumbass Daisy.
I've never announced a hockey game. I imagine that to be very challenging.
Dad, look.
That would take
think
some
you call a
time to
hockey
get
game?
used to.
And the puck. And then he.
Because with the line changes and everything,
Yeah, there's a.
you
it's
have
a
to
lot.
have there's a lot of prep. I would believe. I feel in going
I
into
can call a
that to
hockey
be
game.
comfortable
It's mostly silence.
for hockey.
Yeah.
I've sat in.
That's because you don't know what's going on, so you wouldn't say anything.
He passed it
I sat in with Kerber and
again.
Ferrario. Who
Alex Ferrario
was it? Him
could be.
or Joey? Is it
Vitale.
Joey Vitale?
Joey Vitale.
Is it Joey Vitale that calls games with Kerber?
Yeah.
I sat in with them, and they had Ian Bagg sit in with them, and it was challenging because you have to continue talking, and even somebody like Ian who can just throw in stuff here and there. It was very but you only had just a little bit of
Yeah,
time for that stuff
Each
because it's
sport
just
is
the
different in the
whole
way.
time. Yeah.
I've never done hockey. I've done roller derby one time.
How was that?
That was interesting.
Did you know all the names? The
I had a
nicknames?
list of names.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy who was putting it on, I remember he had one leg, prosthetic leg.
That's outstanding.
It was, yeah. It could have been written into a script.
If you have one leg and you do roller derby, does your leg? Do you have
He
a
was
leg?
really outgoing too.
Yeah, it'd have to be. Does the leg you use for that one? Is there a skate on it, or do you just
Well,
put
he
the skate?
he
on
wasn't.
the leg?
He was the organizer,
Okay.
Oh,
so he
okay.
wasn't involved. There
So
was
the,
girls
the
roll-
one-legged guy was organizing
women's
the roller.
roller. Yeah.
Go for it.
They
But
all
he,
they
like
always
he
have-
introduced himself, and I can't remember his name now. He's like, "Yeah, I know, I only got one leg, but don't worry, I got a big dick." Like, that's how he
Thanks.
introduced himself.
My
to
thing
me.
is,
Thanks.
but here's my question. I go, sir, that is a fine joke, but I need to see your dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to
prove
check
it.
that
I'm about
out.
to say, you're not going to sit up here and throw that joke my way.
Show me your
Just-
fucking dick.
There you go.
Hmm.
What's the other video?
Okay. Did you know that there is Family Feud Canada?
I just saw this morning. I did not know there was Family Feud Canada. Who's the host, by the way?
I don't know. It's not Steve Harvey though.
I thought it was Dave Coulier for a second. I was like, how could
Oh, that would've
Dave
been
Coulier
good.
not get that job? 'Cause
that would be perfect.
I was like,
for
I don't like,
him.
how is Dave Coulier not hosting Family Feud in Canada? But this is fascinating. This is what I love.
Some are
I love
calling
this.
it one of the greatest moments in
It may
television
be.
history.
It may be.
It's probably some recency bias, but
What do we have
it's
here?
not
Gardner?
bad. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, what is this?
There you go.
All right. Real simple. There's one question. Only one answer. Whoever gets it, you're playing for $10,000. That's it. Whoever guesses this wins the game. Here we go. Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken!
Oh, baby girl, is she dancing?
Oh my god!
Show me chicken.
Spinach, Jerry.
Show me spinach.
Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. She was so fucking confident. No, bitch, we know what you thought. No, you ain't got to try to explain it to us. No, she up there. She showing it. Get him, yes. Canadian Family Feud is now my shit.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, man. The best.
Here she goes, points to the hair, blonde.
Yeah.
Nice try. Nah, you dumb. No, don't blame it on blondes. Some fine ass, smart blondes out here.
And
Don't
she-
blame it on your hair.
She danced and then posed.
She
too.
danced and
she
posed. And then my best part was, I think after she did the dance and pose, the turn to her family. And the family just like,
She was so proud, and then
she was so proud.
And then she realized
Then
something
she
was
realized,
wrong.
she was like, wait a minute.
something's off.
Wait, my family's not cheering. Oh, no. What did I... You're talking about the cartoon.
I thought it would have been hilarious if one of the women on her in her family just looked at her and, "You bitch!"
That was
I was waiting for like someone just to
Can we get
yell,
that one
like-
more time? Because I just want to see.
Yeah.
Can you pull it up? Because the reaction, like she is the confidence, Chris.
Yeah.
The confidence of this woman.
What is it, Chris?
It's the confidence of someone who hasn't been told no in 30 years.
There you go.
That's all that is.
Look at this.
All right. Real simple. There's one question.
By the way, would you?
Only one answer. Whoever gets it, you're playing for $10,000. That's it. Whoever guesses
dance
this
and then
wins
The
the game.
dancing
Here
is
we
beautiful.
go. Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken!
And pose.
Oh my god!
Show me chicken.
Somebody on her family just said, "Oh my God!"
Spinach, Jerry.
Show me spinach.
That's the only time I'll ever root for a guy with a jawline beard.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I want to know what that guy was thinking when she said chicken.
He meant Popeye chicken!
You flighty fucking idiot.
I love the host. I don't know who this host is, but I love him.
It's
Let's get
Jerry.
him on, Gardner.
Jerry D. He finished third on Last Comic Standing.
Is he really?
He's,
Look at that.
The best chicken.
Oh, her family was not pleased.
Yeah, he's a pretty successful comic in Canada. He was in
Okay.
Trailer Park Boys movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know what her counterpart was
I want to know
thinking
what her
at that
I want to
moment.
know what her occupation is.
Why?
I just want to see her.
Influencer.
Yeah, YouTube
We
influence.
discuss-
I like how
I'm a heart surgeon. Shit.
they have like a Tomlin family, which seems very like, let's say maybe British,
Right.
and then Dubois, which is like the French Canadian. So like that's how they do it there. They put the British versus the French,
Oh,
where
that's
here
funny.
we do black versus white.
That's funny.
That's my initial observation, at least.
That's good.
You know what would have been most Canadian about that moment? If the guy went, you know, she at least tried. She should get the points.
What kind of accent?
Yeah, I don't- You almost went into your fucking concussion
Yeah.
accent.
Damn
It's like you realized you were going there and then went halfway.
I did.
All you had to do was say sorry. Like that's it.
Damn it. I'm learning, guys. I'm
You know, I
getting
said tomorrow for the longest time.
better. You were such
Because
an
my,
ass.
my band teacher in high school was Canadian, and we used to make fun of the way he said it. And I made fun of it so much that I started saying tomorrow.
Of course you did.
And I was like, I don't know how this happened,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to have to fix this.
It's ingrained in your brain.
Yeah.
Michaela.
So, and every once in a while it slips out.
How funny is that? That was a great video. I love. There's You want to go down a wormhole, my friend, on YouTube? There is the almost 25 minutes of the best dumb answers on Family Feud,
Yeah.
and it is.
What's the one?
Was it?
Pork?
It was the porcupine one.
Porcupine. Yeah, that one.
What was it say? What was the question? What was specifically the question though? That
Oh, it was follows pork. So
Yes.
pork blank or
pork,
whatever.
so like pork chop,
We can say pork steak here.
Pork
I don't know
steak here,
how it
yeah.
would go elsewhere.
But then the lady decided to go, or I think the gentleman.
Gentleman
actually, I think it was a
said,
gentleman. He said,
"Ooh,
"Oh,
pine."
pork, you pine."
You pine. Yeah, that's probably.
Steve Harvey's like, wait, no, wait, what?
So, all right, if you put that moment against this moment, which one wins?
Porcupine kind of wins.
Yeah.
This was a woman. She had.
We need
I'm
Black
giving her
Twitter.
the benefit of
I
the
need
doubt.
Black Twitter's opinion.
I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt only because she's trying to think fast in her head, and she just hears Popeyes and she just immediately slams down the buzzer. So she's against the time. The porcupine guy actually had two other people in front of him.
I
in his
actually thought
family
his was more creative.
It was very creative. Don't get me wrong. That's not how they score points, though, Chris, in Family Feud. So it was for him. He had an opportunity to see other people's answers before answering. So I think he's the worst. She was in the moment. She heard Popeye. She wasn't thinking everything through because she was trying to be quick. And I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. So the porcupine guy is, that's good stuff.
Let's watch it one more time.
She's a pretty girl too.
Fresh
All right.
Canadian.
Real simple. There's one question, only one answer. Whoever gets it, you're playing for $10,000.
pose.
That's it. Whoever guesses
just love the way
this
she says
wins
chicken.
the game. Here we go.
Chicken!
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken.
That's the pose. And pose for the family.
God.
Show me chicken.
Spinach, Jerry.
She even did a
She even did the, oh my.
like Betty Boop.
We've all been there, baby
Make
girl.
Popeye chicken.
The host mocking the dance is perfect.
Look at the,
Oh, wow.
look at the disbelief right there.
Man,
Oh,
the best chicken.
You see the I don't know who the lady is relation to the girl. She just literally goes, chicken? Chicken? Really? And then she goes, points to their hair, and they're all like, bitch, nah, because you be doing that shit at the club, and we be telling you be acting out, and now you going to come on Family Feud and treat us like this?
next family get together is going to be interesting.
I will say this, though. The families in this Canada, so I'm not surprised how people didn't completely overreact, but
You seem like you believe you have a great knowledge of Canadians.
man, you hang out with a few hockey players.
Okay.
Your helicopter pilot is Canadian. You build a relationship. But if it's one thing that I find amazing about Family Feud, even in the American edition, is that when someone gives a dumb answer, no one in the family is getting hit with an elbow. Because that's not how real family behave. Because when we did Family Feud at our family breakfast, my mom got an answer wrong, and I never in my 35 years on earth have ever given my mom a look. But in that moment, during Family
Oh, you're
Feud,
upset with her.
What was the answer?
my mom, she blanked, so we lost time. And the thing is,
And was
we
it
have
one
as
you
a
thought
family.
should have been an easier answer.
Yes.
Okay.
And we as a family, we practice almost every other Saturday on Family Feud.
practice for
We
Family
practice. We will spend 2 to 3
Is this in
hours
case you
every
get the
Saturday.
call?
Look, yes.
God, I would love to see you on Family
We're
Feud.
thinking about, like I said this year, we will attempt to audition for Family Feud. But
should.
we will not audition if I don't think we are capable of winning the whole thing. So we practice every other Saturday. So in that moment when we're playing against the other smaller families inside of our big family, I'm expecting us to carry the crown. And we did not. So I gave my mother, and I love her.
How are we supposed to audition if you're going to react like
I
this?
told her that. I was like, Mama, this is why we do it. This is why we practice. And we get out here, and you don't show up in the biggest game? Nah. So that's one thing I have against Family Feud. They're not too real because when your family member misses.
No, but here's what it is, though. It's a different. That feeling is there, but it's more along the lines. They know they're in public. They know where they are. So it's more of those. When we get home.
Yes. When we get home.
When we get home. It's a when we get home, you know you're in trouble moment. So I think it's more of that. I think the feeling is there.
I'll be
the
honest.
thought is there.
I love being competitive. I love Family Feud. I hate that I gave my mom a look because she didn't have an answer.
Have you talked about it?
Maybe
She understood it.
Maybe she's still worried about it.
No, she understood. I think she recognized
Have
it
you brought
because
it
we
up
are
to her
very
again?
judgmental when watching Family Feud. If there's one thing we're going to do, maybe I'll do this. Maybe one Saturday I'll film us watching Family Feud. The competitiveness is just insane. We are cussing out families. We are very judgmental watching Family Feud, but we absolutely support unequivocally whatever black family is participating in the Family Feud. You want to know what a race war would look like? Watch another black family on Family Feud go against a white family.
Did you
ain't
ask
seen nothing
your
like
mom
it.
that question that we posed to you before?
About the MAGAs?
Yeah.
The MAGA hats?
Woke. Who are you rooting for? Woke white family.
Oh, my mama gave the answer. I don't care. I'm just going to pray for them all.
She's a church-going lady.
Hey, it don't matter to me, Travis. I'm going to pray for everyone. And that's it.
Someone said it on the bus yesterday. I'm gonna pray for you.
That's almost a bless your heart.
That's when I was getting off the bus.
By
By the way, I took an Uber this morning because it was raining.
Right.
I didn't feel like waiting at the bus stop.
fair enough.
Older black man. I think he dropped some ass right before I got in, and then rolled down the window a little bit because it was raining. And I did notice on his dash he had watercolors on the. It's not speed dial, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, on the radio dial.
I'm glad you brought that up.
And
by
then
the
he
way.
was listening to Ricky Smiley in the morning.
Of course, Ricky Smiley, by the way, taking over for Tom Jordan. Makes sense that he'd be listening to that.
Good for
Here's
him.
a question, though. I saw this posed as I was going through my 90-minute time through Twitter. And it was
You said it was an hour.
I said hour and a half.
Okay.
Um,
Is it 3 hours?
No, it really wasn't. Like I felt it going like, all right, enough of this. Once I figured out who the other pieces were in the trade, I was like, I'm done. But I saw a gentleman raise an interesting question, and he asked, am I a complete geek? But does anyone else say thank you to their bus driver when they get off the bus?
I do that sometimes.
I've done it.
Yeah, I do.
I think majority of
It's
people
not-
do it.
It's not every time. Sometimes it depends on who's in front of me.
Sure.
If there's multiple people. It depends on the situation.
Right.
But if it's just me, especially morning time. I
Morning time,
notice
definitely,
that.
because there's not a ton of people on
Yeah.
there to begin with.
The guy always says hello to me.
Right.
Yeah, good morning. I say good morning when I get up. Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
And then I'm off.
Okay. I saw
yeah.
that, and I saw so many people say, oh, absolutely. And I was like, oh, my heavens. Humanity still exists.
My stars.
Yeah, my
Happy
stars.
Christmas.
I was.
So yeah, I mean, I do that. Not every time, but I see other
Say
people do it
thank
too.
you. Yeah, you say thank you for
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, don't feel bad about that.
No, I don't think you should feel
And
bad about it.
sometimes
Just
the bus
curious if people
drivers
did it.
even facilitate. it.
Yeah, like have a good day.
Yeah. So
You're like, thank you.
depends on the driver.
Yeah, I'm a very if you're giving me a ride, I'm a thank you guy all the time. You have to, right? That's very weird that someone gives you a lift somewhere and you can't give them the little appreciate it.
I think what really determines it some too is like, because you don't necessarily get off the bus the way you got on.
Right.
There's a door by the
Right,
driver
right,
that
right.
you get on, but there's a door in back that you can get off.
Do you say thank you if you do the second exit?
It depends on how many people I would have to go through.
Fair enough. See, because I'll even do the second exit, and I've done
I
that
will
where
do the
I'll go,
second exit.
thanks.
Yeah.
I'll put the hand up
But it
like,
might be-
appreciate it.
right.
Yeah.
So it's
There you
a
go.
little quicker. It's a lot easier because sometimes you will exit where you entered.
Okay.
It depends. But if you're in the back of the bus and you're exiting out there, it makes it tougher to say.
All right, final one. As far as a courtesy, when you get over, say you're in traffic and a car lets you over, do you give the hand signal in the rear view mirror as a thank you, or
Yeah,
do
why
you
wouldn't
just
you?
get over? I'm curious. A lot of people don't do the hand signal in St. Louis. Like I've let people over and they've
If
just
they
been.
don't, then you ride their ass.
Oh well, yeah, duh. I'll definitely do that. I'm vengeful. But I've been curious as to, do you do that, Chris, when you let someone over, or have you been let over and you've gone the appreciate in the rear view?
Yeah.
Is that constant?
Saying thanks.
Generally, or just
Somebody
doing
doesn't-
the, hey, appreciate for letting me over?
Yeah, I say
Okay.
thanks for people.
I don't like when I drive and I talk to myself. But no, it's like,
First
but it's like
step.
a soft talk.
Oh, boy.
Like say you're making a turn
Like
and
murmuring.
and you didn't see someone in the crosswalk immediately, so you're turning and then you're like, it's an ope moment, let's say, and you're like, oh, sorry. You do that thing. I always wonder, like, why am I talking so soft when I do that?
I don't know. Because
You know what I
it's
mean?
weird to go, sorry!
Yeah, because you would go, oh, sorry. Normally you'd be like, oh, sorry. But you're like, oh, sorry. Like, why do I all of a sudden go,
Get quiet?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good
I
question.
don't know why.
There's got to be a science behind that. There has to be, like, science behind
like,
that.
because I do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
like,
do it too.
I'm like, what? But then after I do it, every time I'm like, why is that my reaction? Is it because I'm trying to be soft and more? Maybe I'm trying to be timid in a situation where
Yeah.
I'm trying to be apologetic.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah.
Is that but it's like, well, even if I were face to face with them though, it wouldn't be, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It'd be sorry.
All right.
It's not ever going to be, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why I do that.
That's what I do. Like, when I'm done having sex with someone, I'm like, sorry. I'll leave. I'll go now. My bad. I'll
need
get
to
my
cry.
sauce. My bad.
Don't worry about calling.
It's a good way to be. And it's a good time to thank Gateway Powder Coating for all the love they give us. Check out gatewaypowdercoat.com for more information. Huge thanks to everybody who came out last night. Sophie's was nearly full. Had a great crowd at Happiest Hour. Wonderful way to send off Angela Smith. Comics were all very funny. Thanks to Kate Barton, Rich Braun, Angela, and Will O'Donnell. So that was a very fun show. And then Gastropit, very fun as well last night. Tried some nachos.
Ooh.
I've eyed those
pork.
a few times.
That's that late night happy hour.
My
It's
stomach got to
good
get
stuff.
right before I jump back into those bad boys. Those are good, though.
That's right. Well, keep drinking that beer. You'll get there.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. It's Chris Demon, Travis Stroll, Chris Gardner. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We're live in sunny St. Louis. Won't stop. It's like the inside of my brain.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Right? It's like it's been a storm for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, me too.
Chris Denman, Travis Terrell, Chris Gardner, he's the producer. He's floating above us. I believe he's based out of Brooklyn. That's how that works.
Who thought that?
Marquise Moore, he was on the Gastro Pit show last night. Did a great job, by the way. Very funny. Along with other comics there. Shout out to Molly, who's here tomorrow for her podcast, the Casually Molly podcast. She was on the show. Fun time overall all night last night. Big thanks to Tech Electronics, real quick, for working with us to keep our studio at top-notch tech level, people. That's right. And if you have tech experience, they're hiring. Check them out, techelectronics.com for more information. We've got some stuff to get to, some clips, some discussions.
Yeah.
Gardner, where are we headed? Where are you taking us, offensive coordinator?
First off, I got a text as we were heading to break. It's from Brian Hoffman.
Hey!
Your favorite producer.
He is one
believe?
of, if there was a Mount Rushmore producers, he'd be the only face on it.
Well, he's overrated. He's the producer for Frank Cusimano's radio show.
A joyful listen,
And he texted, I guess he was taking a peek at what was going on in this idiocy,
Okay.
and said, "Why is Travis drinking a beer?"
Right.
And I said, he said it's to settle his stomach. I think we're about to have an intervention. And he said, yeah, that sounds like something Barney Gumble would say.
By the way, it worked because during the break, Daddy feels better.
Why do you feel better?
You ran out of the office suite.
Did
Where'd
it make
you go?
have to go to the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So wait, so did you go destroy one of the shared bathrooms?
Nah, yeah, I just went to somebody else's office and be like, oh, good luck.
The shared bathroom in the hallway?
No shared bathroom.
Where they
Went to
have a convention
I went to
going on
somebody else.
today?
Somebody door open in one of the other offices. I was like, well, you ain't saying nothing but a word. I ain't saying nothing to me. What did I say to me?
When you say it like that,
See,
it's all okay.
so much better now.
You ain't saying nothing but a word.
There it is.
There it is.
I want that on a T-shirt.
Well,
Well, 10 feet that way.
Okay. No, Travis, I also wanted to point out, and Chris, that there's, I guess there was, what did you call it earlier? A kerfuffle? Kerfluffle?
kerfluffle.
There was some pushback against St. Louis Bread Company as we know it,
Oh boy,
Panera as others know it,
outside the state.
about them taking French onion soup off their menu.
A lot of commotion, a big
Damn the
kerfluffle
man.
about that. A lot of people were not happy about that.
Man, us and our menus.
Yeah.
I'm a menu snob. Like if something that's my go-to is gone out of nowhere, that's bothersome. I might not visit for a while.
How popular was it if they removed it from the menu?
I don't know, but there's obviously some
Pushback.
outrage,
Outrage. Okay.
especially on the socials,
Fair enough.
where you find a lot of outrage.
White Twitter specifically.
Mm,
I don't think a lot of black.
Suburban mom Twitter.
I'm about to say I don't think a lot of black people jump.
I
in on
created this account 3 days ago, and I've just now figured out how to tweet. And Panera, you're never getting my business again.
that. Sounds about right.
Your French onion soup was my mother's favorite.
That's almost verbatim what I think would be a complaint about what's going on with Panera right now.
It's like when Famous Bar got rid of their French onions.
I remember that a lot of people were upset about that. You know they have it now. You know it's available,
yeah,
right?
we
Yeah.
talked to the Abby Larico about
That's
it.
right. Very delicious.
So
But
strange.
what's the issue?
Okay, so they're bringing it back.
Oh, nice.
They've
Like
heard.
the McRib.
They've heard, folks. And it's not going to be a seasonal thing. It
No,
seems
like
like
the chicken sandwich. I like it.
it's going to stick.
Okay.
That's what it seems like, at least. But they did a little commercial, and I don't know if it was just an online commercial or not. But it featured someone you might be familiar with
Okay.
from St. Louis and from a television show.
All right, let's see.
So here you go. All right.
French onion soup off the menu has really taken a toll on our social media team. We had to hire extra help to deal with all the comments.
Hey!
Panera Bread, bring back French onion soup, you cowards. Yeah. Okay. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I am. At Panera doesn't have French onion soup, and this is mid-key ruining my life. Okay. I just want some French onion soup at Panera Bread. You. Wow.
Needless to say, everyone's really happy that French onion soup is officially back. Please stop messaging us.
This job has its perks. See my loafers? Aren't they cool? I get to wear them all day long.
Love it.
Phil Smith of The Office fame.
Love it.
Shout out to Cool Fire Studios. They created that. Our friend Josh McNew was a big part of that.
Oh, really?
Good
Yeah, I
stuff.
believe he shot that. Yeah.
So with that in mind, I wanted to go back to something we had visited yesterday right at the end of the show, which was that I guess is it a Flash player? I say it's a GIF because that's what it's labeled like.
Okay.
But it's this thing that you pick who you're going to go on a road trip with. So
Right.
you're stuck in the car for a long road trip with 3 people.
Now we
First
last-
3 people you stop on is who you're stuck with. Who did you get?
We got Ryan,
So let's-
Andy Bernard, and
let's
Mike
all
Scott
play.
yesterday.
Let's do each of us. So who
Okay.
wants to go first?
Chris.
Gardner, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just when I say stop, you do it, right?
Okay.
Okay, stop.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
All right. This is like Pressure Luck.
What's that?
You guys don't know Pressure Luck, the game
No,
show?
we're young.
Oh, I've heard of that.
No whammies, no whammies.
Oh,
Stop.
okay.
Oh, okay. Now I know what it is. I
Uh-oh.
didn't know that was the name of the show. Okay.
Okay, so Chris gets Michael Scott.
Stop.
All right.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
It'll be nice and warm. And there'll be
Okay.
food.
Well, and they can tell me about going to high school together.
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh. Go, Kevin Malone.
Man, me, Michael, Kevin, and Phil.
Oh man, that's gonna be some good eating on that road trip.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome Blossom.
Is Michael like trying to talk to me like, look at those losers in the back? Like,
Yeah, no
is
doubt,
he-
no
okay,
doubt.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's like,
so-
they weren't slaying tail like us, Chris. Like, what?
Exactly.
What are
That's
you
exactly
talking
how it
about?
goes.
Yeah. Like, you played basketball, so did I. Yeah. All right.
You'll fit that Jim Halpert role pretty well
Yeah,
in that.
yeah, I'll
in
take
that
Chris
car
is doing-
ride.
Man, that felt good. Not in the history of anybody ever describing themselves as The Office, no one has ever accurately called themselves Jim. So to have someone else say I was the
fair.
Jim,
Well, especially
that
in
was
that
genuine.
in that road trip situation
yeah.
you got there, you would fit, your personality would fit well as being that. All right, shall we do Travis?
All right, let's do this.
All right, so I'm going to start it up, Travis.
Stop. Mose! Oh, this is already off to a great start.
Wow.
Mose!
And see, the problem with this would be Travis would try and speak to him as the writer-actor that he is,
Oh, Michael
but he's
Schur.
Mose.
He's
It's-
Mose. I
he
can't
would try
talk to
and
Michael
talk to him
Schur
as
like
he's
that.
Michael Schur.
I
You
know.
have to take a
Mose would
horse
be-
and buggy on this road trip.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Stop.
Oh,
I gotta do
Moses.
it one more time.
Okay, let's
No,
try it
no,
again.
you
How about I
two
get two
Moses.
Moses?
Let's try it again.
All right, here we
Khabib.
go. Stop.
Oh God.
Friend of the show.
Creed Bratton.
Creed Bratton. So
you got
Creed
Mose?
Moses. This road trip. I don't think we're getting out of the parking
Oh
lot.
my God.
All right, who's gonna finish this off? Stop. Oscar.
A shining bright light of sanity. Yeah.
What a trip this is going to be.
Creed and Mose in yours.
Creed, Mose, and Oscar.
Man, I like that Creed and Mose one.
That's
All right.
fantastic. You ready, Gardner?
Yeah, I'm ready.
There
Let's
you go.
try here. All right. I'll yell stop even too,
Okay.
just for fun. So stop.
Nice.
Ah, the drunkard.
Fuck.
The sober guy on the road with the drunkard of the office.
damn it.
Meredith. All right, who else we got next?
Wait, let's let this one go a minute. Okay. Stop.
Ah, nice. Kelly.
Damn it. This is going to be fucking annoying.
That's going to be a fun road trip.
All right. One more. Give me something. Give me something. Stop.
Michael Scott.
Oh, this is going to be difficult.
That's a tough road trip, my friend. I hope you're just going up the street.
Yeah.
I hope you're just going out to St. Charles.
I like yours.
Mose Creed, man, they can't beat that. That is a conversation. Here's the thing about that: of all the people in the car, including Oscar, I'm probably the least likely to be arrested.
That's too funny.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is
I'm a
outstanding.
fan.
I love
Yeah,
it. I love those
it's pretty
kind of
great.
games. That's pretty.
Yeah, I
good.
think I like Travis, the one Travis got best. Chris's personality fits well with the grouping he got. I might go off the wagon in mine.
Would you do that, or would you bring her onto your wagon
Ugh.
as Travis drinks his beer?
She would probably get drunk and try to come on to me.
Yeah,
You
there's
think
no
so?
doubt.
Yeah.
Meredith,
But
you're-
would you come on her?
You would absolutely sleep
What?
with Meredith.
Huh?
There's no thank you. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You're absolutely
Hey,
fine.
Tahaba.
Rephrase
Right
that.
by him.
Rephrase that again.
Oh, pardon me?
I knew what I said.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, that was a fun little game.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You wanted to talk about a conspiracy theory, I guess, Travis?
Well,
here?
I mean,
It seems to be one of your things here.
It's not one of my things, and if anybody knows about conspiracy
Unless a conspiracy theorist comes on and then he clams up and freaks out.
Yeah. I ain't
Who's-
going there.
who was that clammed up on?
Jeffrey Wilson.
Co-host of the.
Yeah, because Jeffrey was getting he was using like things like
co-host
We were
of the
talking about
Conspiracy
JFK.
Farm. Yeah.
Jeffrey was getting a little bit too close for comfort.
We were talking about JFK.
He's got a whole podcast.
He was
about
saying
it.
file names, and he was mentioning people.
He's talking about the Warren
informed.
Report.
Yeah,
He's informed.
I don't want you to be that informed, bro. If you're that in the know, then
Don't you want the
you
truth?
you sound like a loon. Yeah, sound like a loony.
We were talking about the JFK one. That's
Yeah,
a
man.
simple one,
No,
Travis.
it's not no such thing as a simple conspiracy. All
come on now.
conspiracies are complicated, including this one. Because, boys and girls, we have a spicy meatball. Surveillance video from the Jeffrey Epstein's first apparent suicide attempt no longer exists. According to officials at the federal jail housing, Epstein, the preserved video from the wrong floor because of a clerical error.
That'll happen.
Tom Winter of NBC News reports the surveillance video taken outside the cell the day of his first apparent suicide attempt has been permanently deleted. The disgraced financier, who was facing federal sex trafficking charges, was found semi-conscious in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, or MCC, in New York around 1:27 a.m. on July 23rd. Now, this was the first attempt.
Yeah.
MCC inadvertently preserved video from the wrong tier within the MCC. As a result, video from the outside the defendant's cell on July 22nd, 23rd, 2019 no longer exists.
No big deal. It was
more
the
of what
attempted
we already
one.
know.
Yeah, wasn't the real one.
This is we've played with the conspiracy aspect of all of this
You have.
because I believe Jeffrey Epstein is still alive and he completely set this entire.
You believe
thing
he's
up.
actually Ellen DeGeneres?
I believe he
that he did a
He
face-off.
did the face-off, Chris. I don't know if you're aware with that surgery, very prominent surgery. I think it was performed here in St. Louis, if I'm not mistaken, at Barnes. But it's when they remove the face and replace it with someone else.
Who was
And it is
the
my
who was the
belief-
doctor who first performed that? Do you know?
It was
Leotis.
Dr. Jaceman.
Jaceman?
Don't ask me how to spell it because then you'll try to look it up. Fact of the matter is, I think, Chris, we finally have the smoking gun we've been looking for, my friend.
This is it.
This is it. I think it's time that we put out a bolo. You know, like my police term there. And we.
What does bolo mean?
It means, boy, look out.
What's the O for?
Boy, look out.
Boy, look out.
Yep. The boy, ooh, look out.
Is look out one word or two words?
Two.
Oh, is it?
I don't make the acronyms. I just read them.
Oh.
Fact of the matter is, he's out on the lam, and we need to find Jeffrey Epstein.
I thought you said you knew where he was. He's hosting Ellen.
Well, I think that's the bolo. Go get him.
Do you think they'll ever admit that there was foul play? And by they, I don't know who I mean. Because even if they said it, it's just going to be a patsy. Right? If they're like, we've found the killer. It's just going to be somebody that didn't sign a piece of paper, right?
Here's my thing is, there's been so many, these series of events makes me truly wonder, what did this man have on these powerful people? Like, we're talking about some shit out of 24.
Oh,
we're talking about something that's just the series
True
of events.
Detective season 1.
This is just
Has everybody seen it?
But essentially, it's a big conspiracy at play.
A burglary takes place, and then
you can divulge.
The governor has some compromising videos, and McConaughey's character breaks in and steals the videos, and it doesn't go reported, but it's known that the videos are stolen, and then a short time later, the governor dies mysteriously.
Right.
Meaning his people were like, sorry, bro, you're a risk now.
So
that
that
makes sense.
Yeah.
And so that's
Well,
why.
that's kind of like, Greitens resigns.
But yes, and that's the when you have people in these positions, like I said, the Greitens thing, you knew, oh boy, man, that he must have some money coming from places outside that really do not
said,
want
"That's
people
enough."
to know. Right. And the same with Epstein. Like, we knew Epstein, we know what he was obviously going to go to trial for, which leads me to believe that this guy had some really dark shit on him on some very powerful people.
Yeah, but I think we've assumed that, though.
But we're like, how dark do you think it went? Because, like I said, these series of
we
events.
know what he was doing, though.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, and I think that should give us pause.
Running girls.
But to that point, I think, and again, everything these days should probably be a national story. But man, oh man, knowing that this guy was connected to the royal family, 2 presidents,
At least.
This gives me pause. I mean, like everything does these days, but that's scary to me that that he had some shit on them because the tape clerical error. Come on. One of the most protected prison facilities in the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And a clerical error deleted an attempted suicide of your biggest prisoner. Come on, fam. Y'all wild.
What's that mean again?
Y'all losing control.
Okay. Is
So
it
Ellen-
Wild in or Wild in?
Wildin'. I gotta say wildin'.
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 Okay.
This is crazy, man. But Jeffrey Epstein's still alive, no doubt about it.
You ain't saying nothing but a
I ain't
word.
saying nothing but a word.
Think
You
he
know
did.
he alive. You
think?
know he alive.
You think
No,
that's the
I
deal?
think
Jeffrey
he's
Epstein,
dead.
he saw this coming,
I
man.
think he's dead.
You think he's dead? You think Jeffrey Epstein is
Yeah, I
dead?
think he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. We're gonna look up one day,
No, but here's the thing, Travis.
probably at a Battlehawks game.
You've said it yourself. You've presented the case for why he's dead, because he has information. There's only one way to make sure information doesn't get dispersed, and that's to take out the person who might be able to do
But
so.
I feel like it was an instance almost similar to True Detective where Jeffrey Epstein's like, look,
Why would you let him be alive?
here's why.
Ask yourself that question.
Because him alive means he can protect the information. He knows where the information is, and he said to these people, look, I ain't going to jail, because if I go to jail, then this whole thing comes down.
Now, has he created a situation where, so you would think it would have come out by now? Oh, okay. Maybe I could help you with yours a little bit.
Okay.
A poison pill type situation.
Okay.
Where, like, if someone dies, the information is released upon that death, right?
Yes.
So you would think that he might have set himself up for a situation like that,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So if that's the case, where is that information?
That's what I'm saying.
Why has it not dropped?
Exactly. And I believe is because they were like, all right, we'll get you. Because they were like, man, we can't pay off a jury. We can't pay off a judge. That's too much heat. So what? Now that you're in jail, we'll find a way for you
And
to
it will
kill
make
yourself.
it easier if you're only dealing with one person instead
Yes.
of multiple people.
Right.
To keep this web of information.
And if you're Jeffrey
close.
Epstein, if you're sitting on this treasure trove of really incriminating information, I'm sorry. I ain't going out by just killing myself.
I
No.
might.
That's what I'm
getting
saying.
closer.
You killing yourself.
I'm getting closer.
Like
to
when
face
you
off.
know that some of the most powerful people in the world you have dirt on. Are you killing yourself? Is that the option you're taking? Seriously? Oh no, I'm in jail. I am so guilty of some of the horrible things I have seen and have done. Now I'm time to. If he was going to kill himself, he would have did it outside of prison. So you're telling me he waits till he gets caught, implicates all these powerful people, and then kills himself? Come on, fam. Jeffrey Epstein out here living in these streets. He probably going to be an NBA All-Star weekend.
Really?
He probably sitting courtside at a Lakers game right now. Jeffrey Epstein's alive. I refuse to believe that man is dead. That man is not dead. He's as alive as Tupac.
Is Tupac alive?
Tupac is absolutely alive. Absolutely alive. You understand, man, when you become this powerful and rich, we talked about it before when they met with some of the scientists and they sat down. They were like, yeah, how can we control a mass amount of people when the world comes to an end? Rich people are thinking differently because they live in different worlds. So in their world, they're thinking, man, shit, I'm enjoying this life, but man, if I get caught up, what's my out? They have a plan for what their out is. You can't tell me they don't. These are people who want to live forever. Of course they have a plan on if they get into trouble. So absolutely Jeffrey Epstein's alive. And he's probably the head coach of the New York Giants.
Which
we
one
just
is
don't
it?
know. I don't know. I'm going to figure out who
You told me
specifically
he was
is.
sitting
I
courtside
thought
at a Lakers
he
game.
may be. I don't know. He could
Could
be
be-
anybody.
where's
Could be
him?
Bieber. He could be Bieber.
He's got Lyme disease.
Coming to St. Louis.
Find out if Jeffrey Epstein has ever had Lyme disease.
I don't believe it, man.
There's your
Clerical
connection.
error. What a joke. Clerical error. Seriously?
Clerical errors happen all the time.
Okay.
But you made some decent arguments. We'll see.
In fact, we're
Or
going
will
to
we?
when we get the documentary in 30 years. Man, that's going to be brutal. People going to be looking at us like, y'all didn't know that the whole time?
Do you think would you interview Epstein? What would you ask him?
What powerful person has done the most disgusting thing?
But what if he doesn't? But
Yeah,
he's
what
a
if he's a
person
facilitator?
that doesn't.
He's not in the room.
So you're asking the wrong question. Because you're taking it from your perspective, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm asking the question.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you say disgusting thing. Do you think Epstein agrees with that perspective?
That's a good point.
So I would maybe try and find a different way to communicate with
Okay.
him. Even if you're uncomfortable with the way you have to ask the question, it might feel gross yourself. You're going to want to try to connect with your subject here to try and elicit information.
Here's a better question. I'm not asking the right question of you guys. Chris, you're a powerful billionaire, and you're cornered by the law, and it looks like the deck is stacked against you, and it looks like you're going to probably spend some time in jail. Would you use your connections and your money to think of any type of situation, whether it's fake your death or pay someone off, to get out of that situation? Would you just simply go, I'm going to leave it up to the law and let's see where the jury stands?
Oh, no. I mean, that's not the way it's set up.
Right.
But he may not have had a choice.
Gardner, I think, no, you're a billionaire. You have a choice.
No, of course I would do that.
Right,
The
okay.
thing is, though, there are other billionaires that are going to be involved in this equation as well,
Right.
who would have it beneficial to them that I not be alive.
But it's also beneficial to
it's-
them from that information not getting out. If
Yeah,
Jeffrey
but,
Epstein,
but it depends on how you view that. Then.
True.
Do you view information not getting out, the easiest way to deal with it, having the guy alive and controlling him, or just simply snuffing him out? Now,
that's a good question.
Now that's up for debate.
Right.
And it's central to your theory
Yes.
of the face-off theory.
My theory is that one billionaire got together with multiple billionaires to do some billionaire shit.
Okay.
And that's why I think the death is faked, because he ain't going to.
You're too close to this, Travis.
I'm just
Aren't
saying.
you scared?
If it's one thing we said, if there's one thing we will say even about this president, he ain't. If y'all think he just, Chris, we
you're
joke
pinning
about
this
this.
on the
No, I'm not
current
pinning on the
president?
No, I'm saying is if y'all think powerful people, especially now, are just gonna go, oh, you're right, you got me. I'm gonna arrest me. The law is the law. Y'all crazy. If you think Donald Trump is gonna lose his election and just gonna be like, I guess we gotta get the moving van. They want us out by January 20th. If you think that's gonna happen, you ain't been paying attention. No way.
To what?
Powerful people are not in 2020. They ain't letting go, Joe. They gonna fight tooth and nail.
Oh yeah.
They ain't letting it go.
It's not going to be easy.
No, it's not.
We're trying to take it away from them.
But I'm telling you, because
It's not.
they know the
But
movement, they see the energy, they see where the
yeah,
country's headed.
They most certainly do. And here's the thing: is but if you thought they were just going to step aside, then just because you have momentum,
Yeah.
it's not going to be that
Oh
easy.
no, exactly. And I
mean,
think they
there's
will do.
There's a culture war
Right.
currently going on.
What's the point of being a billionaire if you don't do billionaire shit? And some of the things a billionaire can do is buy people off, make things look like they're not what they're supposed to be. That's why you have billions of dollars for.
I don't know that that's how I would hopefully not view it. But
God, if you was a billionaire, you'd be doing some billionaire shit.
I would do some weird stuff, but I'm not. Like, I don't think I'm going out of my way to hurt people.
No, I don't
which
think you
some
are.
of these people do.
No, I don't think you would. But I think if
if I were to win a lot, I've thought about this before. If I were to win like a big lottery pot,
right,
I would be afraid of being one of those people that like ends up dead or something.
Sure.
Because I fear that I would be filled with guilt for having that much money. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
that I don't deserve this. I need to get rid of it because I don't know that I could handle the responsibility that I would then feel upon myself to try and make things right for other people. And I think that would come, like, I would be filled with anxiety and such. That's a fear of mine if I win the lottery.
But here's the thing.
So that's a big, problem in my life, obviously, right now.
But even with Epstein, here's a guy who had been accused before he ended up in jail of doing these type of things. And we now know there were people, even in the DA's office, willing to turn a blind eye. So when you're that powerful, when you're able to literally, Chris, have 13 and 14-year-olds by your side while standing next to a member of the royal family.
What are you doing there?
I'm trying to understand, like in my head, if you're telling me I can walk around and sleep with 13-year-olds and the law knows and no one does shit, and I'm already a billionaire and I'm connected to presidents and the royal family, that guy was unfucking touchable. There's no way in the world that guy's dead. No way. No way.
There is a way.
Nah, man.
You can't. To say no way,
There's no way.
You're just being you.
No, I mean me. I'm keeping it 100, Jack. I ain't believing none of this shit no more. I'm done with it, Gardner. No more. I'm bringing the whole system down, Chris.
No, you're not. You're a coward.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna see the law
We
probably as soon as I walk
learned
out
about
of this
your
building.
heroism yesterday.
Yeah.
What did someone messaged me
About my hero. I told my parents. I told my family about my heroism yesterday.
What did they
So
say? What did they say?
Proud of me because they understood. They was like, "Well, you didn't call the cops?" I was like, "No," because my sister said, "Well, yeah, because they would have probably shot you." I was like, "I know." I was like, and that's why I just went go.
Someone asked me last night, "Do you think the Cowardly Crusader will be on time tomorrow?" The answer was no.
Like, who called me a cowardly crusader?
South
Who was it?
South
Who?
City Tone.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
And then he sent me a meme that said, "Is it worth it to be a dead hero?" Speaking of South City Tone,
Okay.
I mentioned how he had inspired me near the end of the show yesterday.
Okay.
And for several hours yesterday, I sat at my local watering hole thought showering.
Okay.
Took a thought shower.
Okay.
Even involved some other people. We got the loofahs out, lathered up, and came up with the idea that South City Tone had pitched to me before. He wanted to call it Operation Pothole. We're not going that route. But I am calling on the mayor of St. Louis, Lyda Krewson, to be progressive, to be proactive.
B.E. Progressive?
And once again, go rogue and challenge the state of Missouri.
Okay, well, we going rogue on now, baby. You know I love going rogue. I'm a rogue son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I am calling for Mayor Lyda Krewson.
Okay.
To declare,
We saw her Monday, by the way.
Where'd you see her?
I brought her up on stage.
What was Monday?
12th night.
Oh, 12th night.
Yeah, but when I got there, she wasn't nowhere to be seen.
She was there. I would have lit up a cigarette,
You
blew it
should
right in her
have, you
face.
should have, you should have done it.
Or turned my back on her like what I did at the MLS
She made it. She made a decree, and then she walked directly off stage.
Yeah.
Didn't make eye contact. Either.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm asking that person to declare recreational marijuana legal in the city limits of St. Louis.
Love it.
And to do it in a rather fast fashion.
Right.
To look at these business models we have, to get a core group together and develop it immediately, to declare it legal. Growing, usage, supplying.
Right.
All of that legal. Use whatever business models other states have used, narrow it down to your city limits.
Right.
Challenge the state.
Right.
And do it quick.
Yes.
So that they have to go to court and are on their heels.
Yes. Yes.
So you drop it and you go.
Yes.
Now the money made off of this will go towards our streets in St. Louis.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to propose to you.
What do you propose?
Pot for Potholes.
Yeah.
The Pot for Potholes campaign. Hashtag Take the High Road.
I like that. Take the high road. I like it.
I credit Take the High Road to
I'm
Tim, the bartender at Rosie's.
I'm not even bullshitting, Gardner. I'm 1,000% behind every one of it. This is a beautiful movement.
Now this is, and you'll notice in this picture there's some messaging here. We have the pot leaf in the pothole itself.
Yes, troubling.
The Pot for Potholes sign that you see on the screen there, that signage, that is an orange, the color of the street department's trucks. that font is a similar font to the one used on the trucks
Oh, I
themselves.
know. I was like, oh, I've seen this almost run me off the road a few times.
So that is, and they use lowercase lettering when it says Department of Streets or Street Department or whatever on their truck. So I use lowercase lettering to show synergy here. Because we have the pot leaf and the pothole, and we want to fix the streets. And so I have that all messaged in this picture, this graphic you see on the screen. Plus, if you want to get this going, hashtag take the high road. And that's how we just launch this grassroots campaign and see what we can do.
Grassroots. Nice.
And I think I absolutely am in agreement with this. This is
I didn't even realize that, Chris. Wait. This is a literal grassroots campaign. There is so much symbolism involved here that it
makes so much sense.
You have to do, like, I'm
forced. No stems or seeds in this push.
No. Like, you have to do this.
And if you
like,
do,
I don't have any option here.
And you know what? And again, I don't want to. It feels too right for them not to do this for several reasons. One, we're going to come into the spring here in about a couple of months after the terrible weather. Clearly, it's raining outside right now. There's a likelihood we could see some snow this weekend.
Really?
No, we know the roads are going to be shitty by spring because of all the salt and the travel, etc., the weathering of the winter. So what better PR push than to go, look, we know we're going to have these potholes when opening day comes around. Do you really want to be driving down 40, trying to park in the city, hitting those potholes, ruining your car? There's a great opportunity for them, even from a public relations standpoint. Logistically, I don't know what City Hall, as far as Cruisen can do. I would imagine she has more room than I have even imagined. But I think from even just a public relations standpoint, and I've said this before, especially when it comes to this mayor and this City Hall, do fucking something. Do something.
Well, they've tried, but they're not very transparent.
They're not. And like I said, they also don't. How come the Cardinals do a better job or other entities do a better job at promoting themselves than City Hall? You would think they would.
They have some issues at times. Well, the one issue is right now, anything big they've done, it has not been transparent, and it fucks them over.
Yeah.
Like, that lesson should have been learned with Better Together STL.
Easily. And then they tried to move it over to the privatization of the airport, and that was embarrassing because you had the mayor out front talking about this is something that's like...
And on the heels of the Stinger stuff, like, you should know. You should know that, all right, we're not going to be allowed to try and sneak anything by right now. If we want an idea, we have to be honest. That's not a bad thing.
Gardner, I'm behind this. I want this to happen. I want that hashtag.
Pot for potholes.
I think I will.
Is the campaign.
I'm happy to.
And we'll fill potholes. Also, I'd like some of this money to go towards developing protected scooter paths throughout the city of St. Louis.
Now we've gotten to the bottom of everything.
Yep. But, you know, you got to sneak it in there though.
Fancy, yeah, it's true. That's what you do.
That's what I learned from politicians. You attach it onto the bill.
Yeah. Right, like it'll be like Religious Freedoms Act, and then you find out you're also now accustomed to paying like 40% on certain taxes or whatever. Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer says when Hawley was elected, Missouri was declared. Declared. Instead of, you get it. Huh. Well, that's a good...
Senator Flatbed.
That's a good move.
I got Senator Flatbed shirt on today.
This is brilliant. I had to take the high road. Honestly, it's like something I would want to see on billboards. I wish I had the means to be able to truly put a ton of money and resources behind this.
I'll try and formulate a tweet today and tag Lida in it.
My thing is, at this point, and because, let's be honest, majority of people in the city.
And what I'm saying is you get a group and you drop it.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they did with Better Together, but you're not going to have as much pushback on this. Who you're going at is the state.
Yes.
And you need to put them on their heels and keep them on their heels.
If you're the biggest city in the state, act like it.
Yeah.
Act like if you are. St. Louis is the economic driver for the state of Missouri. We know that. St. Louis County is the other entity. It just is. These are facts.
Kansas City, too.
Kansas City as well, yes. Not to just. And so.
Well, here's the thing, and I've seen someone tweeting about this recently, as Governor Parson has been talking about the 40,000 jobs created or whatever in Missouri since this and that. And the thing is that this is where I get frustrated with conservative thinking is because it's like, okay, here's this surface thinking. Here's this surface number. Let's dive into the layers of what these numbers actually mean. And when you look at where the jobs created are coming from, it's from the cities.
Yeah.
It's from Kansas City.
Yeah.
It's from, was it Jackson County?
Mm-hmm.
It's from St. Louis County. It's from St. Louis City.
Yes.
They're creating jobs.
Yes.
The rural areas that
Right.
the GOP is supposed to represent have lost a
Yes.
lot of jobs, but because of the amount that the cities have created, the cosmopolitan ones
There
that
you
Josh
go.
Hawley doesn't like. Your senator who tweets more about Hong Kong than he spent in St. Louis to help with any problems we have here. That guy. It's that group that has forgotten the people that vote for them. They're supposed to trust it through Medicaid, through all this other shit. So they haven't created jobs for those people. The drivers, you're right, absolutely economically, and with those jobs created are the cities. And it's Tim something that has been tweeting about this, and I've kind of followed along with some of the numbers as he's broken them down. Because they toss out a number, and you're like, oh, okay, it's like a Trump tweet. This and this. Okay, well, let's look into the numbers. Let's explore why and what, because that helps you fix other problems.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
Right.
And they're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what? And push that on them, too. Look, hey, we're trying to create money here. We're trying to help our city. Why would you tell us not to do that? Why would you tell us not to help? Explain.
Yeah.
Well, I know you've taken 100,000 kids off Medicaid and you won't expand it in other states around you. Maybe that's just who you are. But then answer that.
It's yeah.
Pot for potholes.
Pot for potholes. Take the high road. I love it.
Scooter paths.
It's like it's a PR slam dunk. I'm stunned that something similar hasn't come about yet. You have terrible approval ratings. No one cares about your job as mayor. You are the economic driver for the state of Missouri. Do fucking something.
And then we can put that little pot leaf, like we said before, on imprint it on the potholes as they're repaired. Actually, you'll probably be able to create enough money where you can actually redo an entire bridge or two.
Make enough money to make sure we always have that trash pickup.
Mm-hmm. You might have mowers for your parks.
Maybe, yeah. You can maybe use that money to renovate, the jailhouse.
And once again, make sure you have e-scooter paths. That's all I got.
It's funny. The city just walks around. You would have thought this city was fucking Brooklyn. You thought this city was fucking Austin. The way the people of this city act, you would have thought this was fucking Las Vegas. You would have thought they were just on a roll. You would have thought St. Louis was the hottest new fucking city in America. Calm the fuck down and get some work done.
There are areas that are good.
There are areas that are very good, but they're rarely highlighted.
I don't know. They've been highlighted lately.
Live from Missouri, some silver-haired fuck wants to paint the streets green in St. Louis. More after 10.
Pot for potholes. Hashtag take the high road.
Sounds like he's
You're
been
welcome.
smoking. Come up with that idea. No, that's a fantastic idea.
All right.
We've got Make It Racist still. We
Yeah,
can jump into
let's do
that. Let's do it. The great Travis Terrell shows us what already exists among us.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make it racist!
I'm addressing the white elephant in the room. I'm breaking down the barriers of race by assimilation.
I wouldn't mind to have black neighbors.
That is racist as hell.
It's raining little white women. My prayers have been answered.
Black women have the nicest asses.
That ain't the whitest thing a white man has ever whited in his life.
You do not have to say African American, just say black.
Oh, well, in that case, you know what word I miss? Colored.
Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
I'm racist as hell.
That's deserved.
I just want to write a sketch that good. Just one time. Black-white supremacist is just... Even after all these years, it is good money. Chappelle is a fucking genius.
Now, I got one here.
Oh, jump right in.
You've been nursing that beer for a while now. Is it warm yet?
It's so nice and chill.
Oh, all right. Warm beer.
Mm.
Make warm beer racist.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but the United States government used to keep refrigerators out of the black community. So we, in fact, they made it so where the water that they had in urban areas wasn't capable of even freezing. That's how much the government hated black.
How did they do that?
They manipulated the water to the point. Look, it was impressive.
Was it even H2O?
It was like the Tuskegee experiment. What they did was they manipulated
The
the
what
water.
experiment?
The Tuskegee experiment. and they essentially manipulated
Choke
the
on your tongue
molecules
there?
in the water, and the water is unable to freeze, so blacks were forced to have their beverages, specifically alcohol, to alleviate the pain from all the racism in their life. They would have to drink it warm, so therefore, warm beer, you racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
Yeah, I didn't know the government could manipulate water molecules, did you? But then
did
again,
not.
you guys think Jeffrey Epstein's dead. Not surprised.
No, I didn't. That's my bad.
Yeah.
My-
I'm glad you realized the error of your ways.
It's on me.
It's gotten popular recently, and it seems to be taking over as a whole. It's even replacing jumping jacks and pickleball in high schools around the country. Esports. Can't make esports racist.
Esports. Fucking sports.
He's thinking.
Yep, he is.
I don't know the story about the name of Gerald Esport.
Who?
Gerald Esport. Gerald Esport actually invented the Nintendo. He created Sega. He invented
all of them.
He
These
invented
competitive
he
game
invented the
systems?
entire console. And he was like, you know what, me and my
What's his
homies.
name?
Gerald Esport.
Gerald.
Okay. Gerald Esport. He was actually grew up in West Memphis, and he was bored because he didn't have many friends. So he would make these gaming consoles, and he would take them to the neighbor's house, and they would play video games. And the house he went to one time was that of a Klan member. His name was Jack Nintendo. I think we know how this story ends. Esports, you racist as hell.
What?
That is racist as hell.
You need some
Jack Nintendo.
Jack Nintendo.
pot to fill in the holes on that story.
So Jack Nintendo stole the idea?
Stole the idea, created e-gaming. Boom, look at it now. Look at esports. Blew
time.
up. But in honor of Gerald, they ended up naming the entire industry after him.
Is he alive or dead?
He's actually, he's alive. He was buried alive.
So he was buried alive and is still alive?
He is present and alive.
Now, when you're buried alive, that means you die, though, right?
No, not necessarily. Because of his abilities to create these gaming consoles, he was able to figure out how to get from the shallow grave that he was buried in. He now just lives a modest life in Clayton.
So he's out of the grave.
He's out of the grave now, but he doesn't like to talk about it.
Oh.
Because they took away his glory.
So he went from West Memphis to Clayton? Did he make any money?
No.
How did he get from West Memphis to Clayton?
He
then?
took a train.
No, I mean money-wise.
He borrowed some.
Oh. My bad for my ignorance.
Understandable.
My apologies.
People don't know these stories. That's all right.
No, and I appreciate you for illuminating
That's
these.
what I'm here for.
Wow.
I hope you guys look up Gerald Esport.
Okay.
Sounds like a good guy.
Know what we got?
Oh, no. Cotton candy. It's delicious. Wonderful. Can't make it racist.
Come on now. Cotton candy.
That is racist as hell.
Wow. Nailed it. Well, Travis has once again opened our eyes. Thank you, Travis.
That's what I'm here for, man.
I got one more.
Okay.
Just because I saw this headline, so I wanted you to make it racist.
Okay.
I saw a headline that says new research shows that Jupiter is flinging asteroids at the Earth.
That bitch.
So I would like for you to make these little drops that Jupiter has been flinging at us. Make Jupiter racist.
Well, look at Jupiter. Look how white it looks. It figures it would try to throw rocks at the colorful Earth. Earth filled with color and colored people. Jupiter upset because it ain't getting no shine. Sitting up here saying, "Oh shoot, look at that colorful planet over there, getting all the attention in the solar system."
Why do you sound like Tracy Morgan doing Maya Angelou?
Fair question.
That is a fair question. Jupiter just a fucking hater over there, like, oh, look at Earth enjoying its rap music and its interracial sex. Must be fun. Oh, what's that thing they do? Anal? Must be cool. Jupiter, you racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
That's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, throwing rocks at Earth. You know who used to also threw rocks? The Klan. Klan threw rocks at kids.
Did they?
So I see Jupiter taking a page out of the Klansman handbook. You double racist as hell.
That is racist as hell.
Because they got multiple moons, right?
I got something.
That does it. Travis once again opens our eyes. Thank
That's
you.
what I'm here for. And I'm glad we do this segment, Chris, every week. Because I walk up to people on the street, or some people often come up to me, and they're like, I didn't know about Puget or Lose It. I didn't really. And now
I still can't believe that happened.
And not only that, now I don't know if you've seen this on iTunes. It's like at the top of the charts now. So people are clearly going out, listening to this show, and going out and supporting these
Puget
people
or
who,
lose it.
Man, that was.
How does the song go? I don't remember.
Puget, lose it. Puget, Puget, Puget in the South, or lose it. Puget, or lose it.
That'll do it for the show today.
Puget, 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 Puget Sound.
Have you
Wasn't
heard that
that
Puget
bad.
sound? We got that Puget sound. Let me give you that Puget sound. You're gonna like this Puget sound. Puget, or lose it. You got a Puget, or lose it. That's right, motherfuckers. You got a Puget, or lose it. Puget, or lose it. Tell you right now, motherfuckers, you got a Puget, or lose it.
That's why I waited for the beer, because I knew we were going to use
Great
it.
timing, guys.
It's pretty good timing.
Lose it, or lose it.
What's our shout outs going into the weekend, and what are we doing, Chris, for this weekend?
Big shout out.
Do you have nothing to do this weekend?
Work. I got that to do.
So
Shout
excited,
out
are you?
to What Do Women Know About Sports podcast. They'll be in here tonight.
All right. What do they know about sports, huh?
All kinds.
That's sexist as hell.
Yeah.
What's the name of their podcast?
We'll make sure they don't get into my beer stash.
It's a weird time in our lives. No, I'm not. I'm not sure. It looks like, like you said, it's gonna like rain all weekend. That kind of sucks. Whenever I realize it's gonna rain all weekend is whenever I go, oh, I was gonna go hiking.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to do that 7-mile run this weekend.
Looks
Stupid
like
rain.
I won't be going to Babbler State Park again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have boots and a raincoat.
But
can,
you know, but then
you
the
don't wanna
parking
drive,
and the
there's
it's
flood
slippery.
warning.
Yeah.
I have Gardner family Christmas tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that work?
Grandma wanted to make sure people weren't.
Left out?
Yeah.
That's
so,
nice.
except now my brother's out of town.
About to say, I think you and your brother are gone.
Yeah, my brother's skiing in Vail.
Oh, it's a tough break.
Terrible, terrible.
Sorry for him. I'll pray for him.
Gardner, who you shouting out? What are you doing this weekend?
I just said what I was doing this weekend, you fucking drunk.
Okay.
I will shout out one more time. Rascal Flatts says, Life is a Highway farewell tour gets underway this year. And I believe in July they'll be at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. So they're coming through St. Louis for their farewell tour. We might have to try and get some tickets, gentlemen. Travis,
Can
you
I
in?
at least say this too?
Travis, are you in?
I am. I'm not in. I'm not going to a Rascal Flatts.
Yes,
I
you-
would want to sit
if I
down
get
and
you a
talk to
ticket-
them. Yes, I'll go.
Okay.
Yes, I'll go. If you give me a ticket, I'll
Will you
go.
wear a cowboy hat?
I will wear something. I don't know if I'll wear a cowboy.
We once rewarded a listener for
What was that saying?
documenting how many black people were at a
I
concert.
got 5. They found 5. So I want you to
He
find.
took pictures of 5
I
black
said-
people at a Rascal
I said
Flatts
5. I
concert.
said, you won't find
Really?
5 black people at a Rascal Flatts concert. And he found, of course, the 5 guys dating white girls.
I counted at a Billikens game the other day.
Did you? How'd that go?
13.
Not bad. Crazy that you can count at a stadium that can fill almost 8,000 people.
Interesting.
That is very funny.
I was at a wedding and I was at Gaines' wedding, and there was a black gentleman there, and he was in really good shape and probably like 6'2". And somebody that I was with was like, "Oh, is that Travis?" And there was just a very small number of black folks there.
Damn.
And I looked over at the guy and I was like, Travis wishes he filled the suit out like that.
Damn.
That's a great way to end the show.
That
Yeah.
is.
Happy Friday, everybody. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, all the people that work with us and work hard to keep this thing moving. We'll take a quick break until Monday.
I see what you did there.
We're back live at 8 a.m. See you then.
Peace and cheers!
You got to Puget or lose it. Puget or lose it.